Thank you for tuning in to Tea Time Part 4. This is Just Journey with the Just Journey podcast. And I'm not going to lie. I am so sick and tired of being a victim to people's bullshit online that I've realized that there's so many different ways to go about expressing myself the way I want to express myself outside of that app. But as you heard, her Bigo ID is Taurus Baby 5. If you go into her live stream, which could be any time of the day because we're not employed there, and her child is there, which is most of the time because per her own words, nobody will keep them and she has no help. But after her behavior a couple of days ago or yesterday when I was getting off of work, I see why. Because it doesn't take much for a person to hear what they want to hear. And when I say fly off the handle, even when another set of ears was there, you know. And like my homeboy said, she's the type of female that wants to go to sleep on the phone with you. She want to wake up on the phone with you. She want to roll over and call you. She want to call her baby daddy over and over and over and over. I hope he got your baby them shoes. See, this is the types of things that happen when a person feels like they're going to publicly disrespect or attempt to embarrass or minimize you in a space that they feel safe in without there being any type of verbal, truthful retaliation on a larger scale. I ask that you guys share this. You may think that I am wrong, and I'm okay with being the bad guy in this situation. But one of the things that I cannot stand is for a person to play like they're your friend to the point where they're calling your mom grandma, where they're calling you crying on the phone because the school is saying that their child is slow, to the point where feeling some kind of way about a baby daddy that ain't worth about nothing, but you still hanging on, to a person that does content for calzones, right? Because if you buy her something to eat, she'll sit on live with you, not live, but maybe on FaceTime, in her panties and show her ass, per what the guy said, and I believe him. Another guy that she knows inboxed me and let me know, well, I ain't seen her panties. I said, that's because you ain't bought her no food. And he said, I have not. I say, well, maybe if you buy that calzone, you might get them panties. You know, certain types of females will do certain types of things for whatever it is that they need. And if it's the cost of a $15 calzone, then I guess that's all it was really worth. Now, I'm not mad. I mean, you would look at me and be like, well, girl, you so damn big. You don't need to eat nothing. You're right. Because I stay fed. I'm never going to go without what I need for myself. And I'm not going to look at a man with an expectation that if I show him a little hip and a little thigh, that everything's going to be okay. Some people might call it jealousy. I'm not jealous about no food. If I was to show you guys my Uber Eats, you would be like, there's no way you spending that much money on food. Or there's no way you spent that much money on food in the past. There's no way. Well, people that nickel and dime themselves through life and through situations find themselves in those types of situations where they need to do content for calzones, because I never brought up sex for her to feel like I was talking about sex. You know, when people go straight to that, then they're already over-sexualized in some kind of way. And my words exactly were, if you guys ever fall out or get into it, I don't want to be in the middle. What does that have to do with sex? What would prompt a person's mind to go straight to they're not fucking for a calzone? Because something about whatever you're doing is situated with a sexual energy for that calzone or for that man to give you some money. Come on, we women now. But let me get off my tyrant. Anyway, I'm going to drop the name again. It's Taurus Baby 5 on the Bigo Live app. Maybe you guys can go and gift her so she doesn't have to be half naked on her Snapchat and on her FaceTime for calzones. And if you were doing that, then why not do that to get your child some developmental help or go to the grocery store. But baby, don't get me started. I ain't got no kids, and that's half of the reason why right there. Because I don't know what I would do for a calzone. Hello?